welcome back to Amanda's Bookish Adventures, and this is my mid-month vlog, so it is the first 2 weeks of the month, and I am filming this because I had to cut out the intro, but there's been a lot I have read, and then I realized I did not wrap up a couple things in this vlog, and I don't have them anymore at the library, so I read Ultra Manic Volume 1, or it's a manga series, Volume 1 through 5. It's about IU and Nina, a witch and a human. They have to keep Nina's secret, magic. Good. Most of them were 4 stars. I'm going to say all of them were 4 stars. I don't have my Goodreads open at this point, but yeah, most of them were good 4 stars. So you'll see the rest of me wrapping things up, but you'll see me again at the end of the video. But I'll see you in a while. So I thought I'd say that. So it is January 1st, and I have finished some graphic novel and manga, and I thought I would wrap them up. So the first thing I picked up was, I can't show you the cover. You've heard why for a million reasons, and I'm pretty sure you'll hear why in other vlogs and other books. So I have read The Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts, Volume 13, and I give it's a solid 4. So if you've watched my other mid wrap-ups, you know Safi, it was a sacrifice to the Beast King so they could have peace with the human kingdom. Well, she lived. He didn't kill her. Well, just not a spoil. It says it in the first volume. But each volume, she has different challenges with different beast kind because they've had so much bad history with each other. Humans and the beast kind have so much bad history that she's working on to establish peace. So she's been thrown a lot of challenges, have met different beasts, and made some really amazing friends. So it was really good. I wish they were longer, because even if it was just a couple more pages longer, because that ending was really good, but it's still a solid 4. And then I got my first 5-star of the year. Teen Titans Beast Boy Loves Raven. So in this one, Gar and Raven are met up to meet Slade after their first ones. They each got an individual comic about how they discovered their powers. Well, they come to meet this guy so they could learn more how to control their abilities, and things turn to shit. They hang out, and it was really amazing to see this built. Gar and Raven are my favorite characters from Teen Titans, and I absolutely am adoring where this Teen Titans, these new released ones, are going. I'm really ecstatic to see where this is. We were introduced to Robin, and his is the next comic in the Teen Titans series, so I'm really excited. And that is it for now. I plan on reading some more manga later, so you might see me again today, but each day I wrap up a book. I will tell you what the date is so you know. Sometimes maybe I'll wait to wrap up a couple books, or maybe one. It just really depends on my mood. But I will update you once I finish some more books. It's January 2nd, and I'm wrapping up some more graphic novels. So we have Paper Girls Volume 1, and I gave it a 4-star, and these are all... Hold on. So before I get into what it's about, Paper Girls Volume 2, I gave a 5-star, and Paper Girls Volume 3, I gave a 4-star. So it basically is about 4 paper girls are on the route, like day after Halloween or Halloween night morning, and it's 1988, and weird things start going in their town. There is time travel. It is absolutely amazing. The artwork and the atmosphere, oh, they were so good. I strongly recommend them, and they're really fast, and they were really fun. I wish I had the others I've said in the vlog if you watched the vlog before this. They're amazing, and they're really good, and I can't wait to read the others, and I strongly do recommend them, and it's been fun reading some graphic novels at the start of the year. All right, I will update you. There's probably going to be a lot of graphic novels and manga, but I'm trying to get up to read a book. I do plan on reading some books, but I just figured some graphic novels at the start of... So I have finished I Am Not Starfire, gave it a 5-star. And as I said in my vlog, I'll say it now, I think I'm Teen Titans trash because I loved it. I love seeing the Titans. I love learning about Mandy and her relationship with her mother Starfire. and how the way she grew up and her not having powers, and it was absolutely amazing. It was queer. I loved that. And I wish it wasn't a standalone. I wish this was actually a spin-off series because of how much I adored it. All right, it's still day 2 of January, and I think that might be it for all I'm reading. I might just read a book for a couple pages. I think I'm going to take a break with the graphic novels. I say that, and I have more DC graphic novels in the room I checked out from the library. So we'll see. You'll probably still see a bunch of graphic novels and manga, but I'm going to try to pick up a book with words next. But I will update you once I finish some more books. 2 manga and 1 graphic novel. And it is January 3rd. So I've read Naruto Volume 67 and Naruto Volume 68. And they are both 5 stars. Absolutely amazing. I loved them. I got emotional. I cried to see where Naruto is in these volumes, and from where he was when he first being a prankster and no one taking him serious and everyone hating him and he not know why. And you get so much information in the later volumes, and his relationships with people have changed. It's been absolutely amazing, and I'm almost done with the series. I have the rest of them checked out from the library, and I'll probably be wrapping them up later, but they're absolutely amazing. So the graphic novel is Under the Moon, a Catwoman tale. So Selena is Catwoman. It was very interesting to see her in this story. There's another graphic novel of Catwoman that's out that I haven't read, but this is Selena's story of how Catwoman was kind of formed, her backstory. You see Bruce as a young teenager, how she got started with stealing and everything else, and her story is amazing, and the artwork is beautiful. Give it a 4-star. I absolutely adored it. Now, the reason why I'm going to say I'm crazy is because it is January 13th, and I checked on my Goodreads, and from the 1st of January to the 3rd, I have read 14 things. They all were graphic novels and manga, but that is a lot. And I'm not trying to push myself. I just really got back into the reading mood, and they're really fast. But that is insane. It is January 3rd. And I think I'm insane. But I do have some other things I'm currently reading. I am reading some books, but it's just taking me a bit longer to finish them. So I will definitely be wrapping those up. I just don't know when. But I just think I'm insane, and I should admit that now. Alright, I will update you once I finish some more graphic novels, manga, or books. To wrap up one book, and it is a book this time, so I'm extremely ecstatic. I have finished Made by Stephanie Land, and it is her story. It is a nonfiction. So in her story, she escapes a domestic abuse situation, gets in a shelter, tries to start off right with her daughter. She becomes a maid to clean, to pick up work. At the start, she's a gardener. She's doing maids to pick up work. And a lot of it, like the information that is on here, and it's extremely sad what she overcame. And like she talks about early on in the book how she was basically orphaned from her parents, and the situation with her mother and her father are extremely sad. And I don't want to spoil it, but it's just, wow, that really surprised me. And then she gets into another kind of domestic abuse situation so she could have a roof over her daughter's head, and she overcomes that, and she overcomes so much to live and provide a better life for her daughter, and she is absolutely amazing. I've given it a 5-star. I love this. I want to own a physical copy and maybe read it every other year. It's heart-wrenching, it is beautiful, and it was amazing, and I highly recommend it. Alright, don't know when I'll be back to wrap up more books or anything, but I will just tell you the date as I have been throughout this mid-month wrap-up vlog type of thing, but I'll definitely see you soon. I went through my footage and I lost some footage, so there is a couple books on here. Well, there's a couple. So Master of the Hunt I read. I read Cold Attraction, Heartstopper Volume 1, reread Heartstopper Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Written in Red. Now, I don't know where that footage went, and it sucks because I've read so much in between that I don't even remember anything about. I do remember, so Master of the Hunt is basically centaurs, and I'm gonna say mage warriors. They met, there was a plague and their population is down. They could only have children with each other, but it's a dominance issue. So if a centaur kidnaps a mage warrior, they kind of share. The same with the females. If they kidnap a centaur, they share him so they could have population, which I gave it a 3-star. It was my first 3-star of the year. So when the book begins, it basically begins talking about a centaur across the river and this mage warrior. They have been sneaking into each other's camp for about 7 years. And they've been playing games, stealing stuff. And I was highly annoyed. I don't think it should have started there. It was like 164 pages. I do not think the book should have started there. I think we should have got when they first met and then led up, like a prologue where they first met, and then led up to where they are now. So then there is a hunt going on for females and centaurs to capture female, and the females hunt the centaurs, the males hunt the females. So they're trying to avoid the hunts. Well, then they find out the people who created the plague are back, and they take souls to prolong their life. So they agree to be on a truce so they can go on a journey to basically get the souls back for their people. And a lot of stuff happens. It was very quick pace, and there is not enough centaur romance. I do love centaur romance because I loved it Divine by Mistake. I think if this was longer, it would have been better. I do want to continue on because there was a cliffhanger at the end. But I don't know. I might not want to continue on in a couple months. It's kind of see how I feel. So Cold Attraction is another one I read off Kindle. I own these two. So I read Cold Attraction, and it's basically this alien people come and return one of our equipment we lost in space. So then we have scientists and astronomers going to their world to get history, map their stars, study the culture of their people. When they arrive on the planet, the girl, which this isn't, even though it's a 5-star, it's another thing, like right when the book started, the main female character was talking about that she had a kiss with one of the alien captains. There was no prologue. I would actually like to have seen that scene. It should have started there. But it starts where they go, basically they're landing on the alien planet. Well, the captain of the ship, who is alien, finds out their king has been assassinated. With his brothers, they find out there was a rebellion. The queen is basically captured, and the captain and his brothers have to figure out a way to save the queen, protect the humans from not finding out, where they will be tortured. It was actually really good. I do like sci-fi romance. I like the alien going on the world. I enjoyed this, and that one was about 242, and I think it was perfect for the length. I still think there should have been this scene of the kiss, of where the relationship kind of built up, but either way, still 5-star. I really enjoyed it. And then I reread Heartstopper Volume 1, Heartstopper 2, and Heartstopper 3. Nick and Charlie, so beautiful, so amazing. Excuse me. I absolutely adore them, and I love them, and they were all 5 stars. It was good just to get back into that world. Then I read Written in Red, 5 stars. It's basically it came out before Blood and Ash, but it's kind of like Blood and Ash. You have Meg, who is a blood seer running from the people who held her captive. She had no rights. She had no muscle mass. They would let them walk on a treadmill and stop so they couldn't get enough muscle mass so they could run away. And so she escapes, and so there are others in this world, elements, supernatural wereshifters, and other stuff like that, and other creatures. They're just called others. Well, they have little plots of land, and then they basically control the whole world. But they have plots of land in human communities, so they can get access to the stuff, and then they could have access, the humans have access to them. The humans are very fearful for them, so she goes in and she sees this job wanted sign. She knows that humans aren't allowed to go onto their property unless they have like a pass or something. So she sees a job like male liaison, and she goes and applies for the job. The wereshifters knows, the wereshifter, I'm going to say werewolf shifter, knows she's not telling the truth of who she is. So it's a dance. I enjoyed it. I love the world building. I loved reading from other characters' perspective. It is a slow burn though. So you get hints. I do have the second one checked out with the others. I don't know if I'll get them, be able to read them, but I do have them checked out on Libby. And I'm really excited to see where Meg and Simon go, and where the others go, and where the world is. Well, that is it for these, and then you'll see me again in the shirt. I have to wrap up 2 other things that I did not wrap up and finish this mid-month wrap up, but I'll see you in a little bit. Wrap up one more book, and it is for that secret project that I talked about. But if you've watched the secret project, it was a retelling vlog. So I read Red Wolf, and it is about Adele, and it is a 5-star. For like half the book I kept saying it was a 4-star, but it was written so well. Adele's journey, she goes to see Grinding the Wood. She learns in the Dark Woods, and the Dark Woods has monsters, beasts, and very bad wolves. And she finds out her journey. There is a boy she grew up that she's in love with. There is a love triangle-ish, but I adore it. I wish it wasn't a standalone. I have nothing but high praises for it. I wish there was a sequel, even though in that vlog you've heard me say, I'm so glad it's a standalone. I do wish there was a sequel, but I think a prequel would be very beneficial. I think a prequel would have been better, but I love that it's a standalone, and I really enjoyed it. I will definitely, it is the 9th of January, but I will definitely wrap up some more books, and probably tomorrow or something, but I'll see you in a while. I'm here to wrap up a couple more manga. So I have finished the Naruto series, and I cried badly. So I have read 69 through 72. They were all 5 stars. I got to learn more about Guy and Kakashi's relationship and a bit about their parents, and I was ecstatic. I did not expect a lot of that to be played. I guess I wasn't spoiled as much as I thought, because I do see clips of the anime on YouTube, and I've been trying to avoid that for so long. I kind of have decided that Naruto is probably my favorite manga series of all time, and I want to go back and read it from the beginning, but I'm not going to do that for a while anyway. I can't believe it's over. I cried in the last 2 volumes. I was crying. I read them back to back, all of them back to back. And when I got to 71 and 72, I just could not stop crying. So they are absolutely amazing, and my lighting kind of sucks out here because my light died. But that's kind of all I want to say. I think it's January 10th or January 9th. One of the two. It's Sunday, so whatever that is. I still am currently reading other stuff, and I will be updating you again. It's just, it took me, and I said this in the vlog, and if you didn't watch the vlog, and if you're watching the wrap up, it took me over 2 years to read Naruto, because I was reading it off Libby, and I was reading the volumes from the library, and Naruto is very sentimental to me. I've said it in a bunch of vlogs that I used to watch it when I was a kid with my twin sister and my older brother, when Cartoon Network had animes in the morning. And since I finished this, I'm gonna watch read some of those other mangas that we used to come on those Saturdays, and just get that childhood back. But so we are at the end of the mid-month wrap-up. So I read Oracle, and I gave it a 4-star. I absolutely loved it. You find out Barbara's journey, how she got paralyzed, how she became the Oracle. She gets sent to, I'm gonna say, hold on. She gets sent for physical and mental rehabilitation at Arkham Center for Independence. But there is a mystery going on at Arkham. Kids are disappearing, but they're not going where they are. So it's up to her and a couple other people to figure out where these kids are going. And I really enjoyed Barbara's beginning of becoming Oracle, and I wish it wasn't a standalone. Now, the last thing I gave a 5-star is Noomba, the Real One. So Noomba always knew she had powers. Her adopted moms told her about her powers. And what she didn't know, she's always had to hide them. It's really good. So Noomba there's a lot of racism in this book. She uses her powers at a party and it gets filmed, so people see that. And then a conversation from a super person comes and she finds out more about herself. Well, she goes to, there are a lot of protests, so she goes to a protest, and yeah, it's really amazing. And this was one of my favorites I read out of the new DC ones. I don't want to spoil it because I do recommend it. It is so current to the times that we are having now that I absolutely adored it. DC is doing great on releasing these stories again with new stories, so younger people who have never read the originals can pick up these graphic novels, and I have adored them. Now, most of these were not on my TBR. So Ultramatic was on my TBR 1 through 5, Naruto was on my TBR, and Paper Girls was on my TBR for the month. Everything else I have read has not been on my TBR. So it's when, like, I found out the library had a bunch of these, so I was like, oh, I'll check them out. And I did. So I have gone crazy. So I checked on Goodreads before filming this clip. At the current stand of my Goodreads, I have read 28 things, and we are on the 14th, and most of those have been graphic novels and manga. I've read a couple books, like we have Maid I read, Master the Hunt, Cold Attraction, and then Written in Red and Red Wolf. Those are only like 5 books. And Written in Red was on my TBR. Red Wolf was one book that was on my TBR for the month. I've let some stuff go. I'll just recheck them out from the library and try to do it, maybe not in February, but in the next couple of months, because I do want to read the books I had checked out for this month. And there's some books that I physically own that I want to read that I haven't got to. But there's still 2 weeks of the month. But we'll see. Because next week is TPR G-a-thon. And I decided to do that last minute, and I don't know the prompts for them. Prompts get released each day. So we'll see what I can get on from my TBR. I've decided I'm ecstatic that I at least read 28 things, but I wish I read more physical books. I love the graphic novels I read, the manga. I adored it, but I would like to read some more books. But I will talk to you guys. Well, actually, no, this is the end of this wrap-up, but I will see you in the next one. That will be in February, wrapping up the entire month. Well, the last 2 weeks, plus stats and how many pages I've read in that month. But I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.